Hopefully we are live. All right. So this is right by the seat of my pants. I got a message from Keemstar waiting for him to drop into the Discord right now. He should be stopping by, waiting for him to come on in so we can get this thing going on. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a very, very special and incredibly fast live Dead on Dave live. Keemstar wrote me. Apparently he saw the interview last night. All right. Come to my Discord. He's in my DMs right now. Come to my Discord. I'm in there. I'm live and will pull you up from waiting to call. So yeah, this is completely 100% not fucking what I thought my day was going to be. But this time when Keemstar decided he wanted to come on and give me like no notice that he was coming, I decided, you know what, screw it, we're going to do this. And of course my computer is acting like an absolute asshole at the moment because that is my luck. I was actually out eating breakfast when I got this message from Keemstar that he said, I'll give you an hour. So I'm waiting for him to come in. Waiting for him to jump on in here. There we go. All right. And joining me live now, just when you thought last night could have been the biggest thing we ever did, now we actually have the biggest thing we've ever done. Keemstar live with me. What's going on?
What's up?
This is a long time coming, I would say. You and me live. All right. So you decided to come on this morning. I assume you saw last night. So first thing, how'd you like the interview?
I thought it was rather boring.
Oh, that's unfortunate. What could have made it better? Should I call him a pedophile or something?
I don't know. I just don't really like ImAllexx. I don't like him. There's a lot of reasons why I don't like him.
Well, let's start there.
DM'd you. Well, I DM'd you and called you dumb because, like, you know, this Keemstar hate train that you guys always try to do is so ridiculous. You're so biased and unfair. It's unreal.
Why do you think I'm biased and unfair? Because I give you credit where credit's due. You're one of the most successful people.
Because the reason why you're so biased is because you're best friends with Tommy C, who's also a snake. Who you fucked over? That's the whole crux here. Yes. I fucked him over so bad, Dave. What did he lose?
Look,
what did he lose?
There's no question you helped his career. You gave him a career. There's no question about that. And he was grateful for that.
Explain to me, when you say, listen, when you say I fucked him over, you need to explain how I fucked him over. What did he lose? What did I do to him?
Just because because he didn't continue to grow or anything like that. No, it's not. No, it's not that hard. Because you think because you did one good thing, you helped him out, you gave him a career, it fucking negates all the things that you did negatively to him or anybody else.
What did I do to him?
What do you mean? You snaked him off the goddamn podcast. It's been proven. Fucking, you wanted him out from almost day one. Clowns fucking admitted it to this point. It's out there.
Okay,
it's true.
Hold up. At a certain point in the podcast, I suggested to get rid of Tommy C.
Right.
Okay. I didn't want him on the show anymore. That's fine. But how does that take anything from him? How does that do anything to him? What are you saying?
What do you mean?
This was all given to him. This was given to him.
By the magnanimous king.
By me, clown, and the situation. I mean,
but why is that? Why? But you went and you've called him. Wait. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
You guys got to stop saying stuff that doesn't have anything to back it up. You did this horrible thing. No, I didn't.
Okay. Can I tell you what you did? Can I tell you what you did? Can I tell you what you did? I will tell you what I think you did, and you can tell me if you did or didn't do it. How about that? We'll play that game. Fair?
Okay.
Did you say Tommy can't support his family?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I did say that.
You know that's not true. No, it's not true. There's nothing true about it. His wife's incredibly successful. No, you didn't fucking do. No, he's totally fine. He can support his family.
I was led to believe from Tommy C and from Clown when they came to me that, listen, I don't want to talk about Tommy C, but you're wrong, and I will explain this real quick.
Go ahead.
But I don't want to talk about Tommy C because it's pointless. You went to war with Tommy C, right? You're going to defend him no matter what. And I don't like him. He snaked me. Like, I don't like him. He's lied about me. He's made up shit. But let's talk about this one point. before the podcast started, you know, we weren't sure if we were going to do it or not. I mean, this was during the 2016, you know, fucking grade A and leafy attack on me. You know, it was a rough time, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue with the podcast or not. And so it got postponed. And so Clown came to me saying, hey, man, this guy was like really counting on this show. He was really counting on this money. Clown led me to believe that he didn't have any money. And then when I talked to Tommy, he was so grateful, like he didn't have any money. And I was being told from Clown, he's a father, he's got kids, he has no income coming in. So for all this to be said to me, and then me giving this guy who I've never even worked with before, but I just feel bad for him, $500, for then like years later for you to come on here and say, oh, you went and told everybody that Tommy couldn't support his family.
You said he wasn't paying his child support. You said he wasn't paying his child support, which is a flat out fucking lie.
Let's get to it because you're just changing the story.
No, I'm not. I'm giving you more examples.
We could get to that, but we're talking about this point right here.
Okay.
If I have to give him $500, then me and Clown have to give him another $500 because he needs to support his family.
That's not what it was about. He did work for you. I think you understand the concept. Because he's working for you. He's working for you.
Not start, you dumb motherfucker.
He didn't ask you for. When did Tommy? Okay, hold on. Did Tommy ever ask you for $500? Did Tommy ask you? Did Tommy? We're gonna get off Tommy in just a second. We're gonna get off Tommy. We're gonna get off Tommy in just a second. Hey, we're gonna get off Tommy in just a second.
If you just keep talking over me, you dumb fuck.
I'm trying to counter your point.
Your fucking question.
No, actually, you're not. Actually, you're not. You're not. You're avoiding it.
It was not working for me. And besides, we were on a split where he got 20% of the money.
Yeah.
So it's not he worked for me. We all had a cut of the money. And this is extra. This is $500 extra and then another $500.
Did Tommy ask you for $500? Did Tommy ask you?
Yes.
Did Tommy? Yes. Tommy asked you for $5. It wasn't Clown. Tommy asked you for $500.
Through Clown.
No. See, I know that's horseshit because I was around the entire fucking thing. Tommy didn't ask you for shit. Maybe Clown went to you and fucking made it seem like Tommy was begging for money, but that's not what happened. Okay, and that's been proven. It's been proven. I don't know why
is Clown doing that.
No idea, because Clown's a nice guy. He's trying to fucking help Tommy out. I don't know.
I'm gonna get off this show if you make it all about Tommy C.
No, I don't want to talk about Tommy. I really don't. I don't want to talk about Tommy. I really don't. Let's get out of the way and move on.
It's stupid.
Okay, fair enough.
The guy is a piece of shit, and you're gonna defend him no matter what because you went to war with him, Dave.
I call Tommy out when he's wrong. No, man. I call Tommy out when he's wrong. No, dude. See, that's if you want to fucking try to make that
person. I'm a bad person for saying that he needed money to feed his family when I had to give him over $700 to feed his family. I'm a bad person. Go fuck yourself. I'm not even doing the show anymore, and you shouldn't have started off by saying
Let's move. We can move the fuck on. You're doing this completely on purpose. You're showing that you're fucking scared. We can move past the Tommy thing.
Listen to me right now. This is not about scared. You won't bait me that way.
I'm not baiting you.
Here. I'm a huge YouTuber.
I know you are. You don't need to do it.
I literally came here and you disrespected
me. This is your whole fucking plan. This is your whole goddamn plan.
By the charity that I did for your friend that you went to war with.
Yes.
The charity that I did for him, you tried to turn around.
That's what this is.
That made me a person. That's where you fucked up.
Yeah,
you would have had me full of flour.
You didn't want this. That's bullshit. We could easily move the fuck on from it. Because I don't want to talk about Tommy. There's a lot of other things I'd rather talk to you about. We can move on from Tommy right this second. We don't utter his name another fucking word. Up to you. That's what I thought. So, for those of you who may have missed it, this went awry really fucking quick and went about the exact way that I thought it was going to go. Went about the way I thought it was going to go. Because the second you say something Keem doesn't like, he goes fucking ballistic. Second, he didn't want to fucking address any of the points that I was making. He didn't like the fact that I was fucking defending Tommy when I know more about the situation than the rest of the fucking audience did. So what I was trying to do was getting to get to the next point. He didn't want to get there. He ran. He ran from a fucking 8,000 subscriber channel. And maybe, you know what? Maybe we should have talked about something else, but I had about 5 minutes to prepare for this. And it just happened the way it did. So it's unfortunate that it couldn't go a little bit more. I would have loved to have had him on. But you know what? Let's take some calls and let's see what people have to say about it. Zanta Claws, you're live with Dead on Dave because I'm not wasting this shit. We're live. We're going to stay live for a couple of minutes and maybe Keemstar will come back on and we can talk about other shit because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about ImAllexx. I want to talk about a lot of other shit. All he had to fucking do was address any of the things that I was trying to get back to him, but he didn't want that and he knows it. Zanta, what's up, buddy?
Oh, yeah, of course. Not much. That was a fucking shit show, real quick.
Oh, of course it was. It went exactly the way I thought it was going to go.
I was sort of expecting it. I thought you were trolling us right at the start. I was expecting a top-tier troll.
No.
Then you came in and I was like, okay, this is real.
Let's recap the morning, okay? So I got a notification on YouTube that I got a message from DramaAlert on my video from last night, a comment. But I couldn't see the comment. I thought maybe I had him blocked on YouTube, so I went and looked. I didn't have him blocked. So, like he typically does, he fucking went ahead and deleted the comment. However, I could still see the entire comment in the notification. In that comment, he said, Leon Lush kissed the ring, and the rest of you two rats are in my sights. So I posted it because it's fucking insanity. You know, it's like, Jesus Christ. For one, Leon didn't kiss the fucking ring. Leon played a very, very smart game last night, and I understand exactly why he did it. He was on the guy's fucking top 10 YouTuber list last year. Of course, he's not going to bash him completely, and he never really has to begin with because that's really not Leon. But I digress. So I posted it. He sees it. He DMs me, calls me dumb, and immediately reblocks me because he didn't want to fucking talk. So then he goes, after I said, let's come on and fuck, he goes, I can give you an hour right now. I'm like, shit. Well, I'm out with my family. I was out eating breakfast. So I was like, I can be back in 20 minutes, 15 minutes. He goes, take 20 or whatever. So I come on, and we start going, and we get right into Tommy, unfortunately, because that was really not my plan. But since the lives were already starting, I wanted to go ahead. Thank you, Ricochet, for the $5. Get out of New York. You've been banned from New York, Keem, by Ricochet. Thank you so much, Big Bad Ads. Joe Cronin has bigger balls than Keem. Yeah, because we could have easily moved off of Tommy.
Easily. He was the one who brought it up in the first place.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. He said his fucking name before even I did.
He was. I just rewatched it. He was the first person to bring it up.
Because he knew the second he brings up Tommy, I gotta have to go a little bit defensive because I know all the fucking lies. I've seen the DMs. Yeah. I know how the fucking story's played out. I've seen it a million times. So all I wanted was a little bit of clarification on some of the things that he's saying and give him a little bit of credit because he did give my friend a career. He absolutely did. But why does that trump anything fucking negative that he's done? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's like saying, I fed a homeless person and then going knock down some poor family's house.
No, it's like I fed a homeless person and then I broke his kneecap. And then I fucking decided to hamstring him. You know, Jesus Christ.
Then put him in the hospital with it all.
Now, see, had I been a little bit, I did fuck up a little bit because I should have avoided Tommy like the fucking plague in this. I should have kept it about anything else, but he didn't want that. That's why I mentioned him. He wanted that to go that route. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's fucking absolutely insanity. But, you know, we could have moved on from it. And I hope that he does come back on. But you know what? Guess what, bitches? I'm better than Captain Ahab. You know why? Because I got my fucking white whale today. I got him on my channel fucking live. 8,800 subs was able to get the fucking megastar, rich fucking God that he is, Keemstar on my channel. Why? Because I don't fucking typically do the same things. I didn't want to get into a shouting match. I wanted the interview. And I still do. Come back. All right, great. He's coming back on.
The name is back in Winter.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. Keemstar, you back?
Yeah, listen. First of all, you did fuck up.
I did. You're right.
Good. Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
But I just want to explain myself. I feel like I've done a lot to help him out.
You have.
And I don't feel like I did this horrible thing of backstabbing and betraying him. And I don't want to get into details and I don't want to debate it.
Fine.
But I don't feel that way at all.
Okay, that's
all
fine.
right?
No,
like
that's clear. That's clear.
For this guy. And for him to constantly bash me and stuff, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt my career. It doesn't, do anything to affect me, but I just see him as a piece of shit. So when you go to the conversation there, it's pointless because he is your fucking dude that you went to war with. So it's pointless for us to have a conversation about that.
You're probably
we're never
right.
See eye to eye.
No, you're probably right. Can I ask you one question on it though?
To what just happened?
Can I ask you one question on it though? Because you say he bashes you.
We got to keep it down. We got to keep it down because, like, the way Discord is with this lag, and when I hear you,
shut up and take my money.
Just fucking, I'm out.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. I'm sorry the Discord's all fucked up. All right, look, check it out. You say Tommy bashes you constantly, but most of the time he's covering the shit that's happening in fucking YouTube, just like you do. So why is it him bashing you when he's just covering what's going on, but you can cover everybody else and it's not bashing them, it's just reporting the news? What's the difference there?
Well, I can't actually hear you because it's lagging.
The Discord's lagging? It's not on my end. It says
noise.
It says it's good on my end.
It's making like a robot noise. I can't actually hear you, and I'm not trolling.
No, I know you're not. I don't know why. It says it's 100% good on my end, so I don't know. Shit, hold on. Let me drop you out and bring you back in. I don't know why I think that would work, but did that help at all?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now. Okay, so what was the question?
No, you say he bashes you. Okay, so I just want to address that real quick because most of the time he's just covering what's going on with you on YouTube. You're in the news a lot, dude. You just are. So why is it different when he's covering you? It's bashing, but you can cover everybody in the world and it's not bashing. What's the difference? Why? Just because it's personal?
I mean, that's just like how you set that up is just based on false pretenses.
Why?
Like, he made multiple videos about me for months and months and months only about me. It wasn't just, hey, I was in the news. I mean, you might be talking about I was in the news last week and he covered it, but I'm talking about when beta ended and he did a full fucking almost year
where he thanked you,
making videos bashing me.
He thanked you the first time. But all right, we're not going to see eye to eye on it. You're not ever going to look at any of the things that
your question is just based on false pretense.
It's not. I think it's based off false. Not even false, but just different perceptions. We're obviously seeing things 100% different. That's completely fine. We can move on from Tommy completely.
I mean, you could go to his channel and from the time that Beta's ended, and you can watch every single video where I'm mentioned in every single video, and it's him attacking me and bashing.
It's not him attacking you. He was covered. It was the biggest thing that's ever happened and was being part of that podcast.
No, stop,
he's talking
stop,
about
Steve,
it. Come
on. I'm sorry, but you're lying. Every single video, Tommy would say some negative shit about me. Now, he's backed off recently for like maybe the last 3 months, 4 months, maybe even as far as 6 months. But that year and a half, he just fucking every single video would fucking make up something. Oh, Keem's doing coke. Keem's fucking this, that. I mean, all kinds of shit.
Everything that he's ever said about you, he has shown with DM proof or some sort of fucking evidence behind it. But we don't have to address any of that again. Let's just move on from it.
We shouldn't talk about it because I just don't. I don't like you, and I don't trust.
That's fine. That's totally fine. And I know you don't like me, and I know you don't trust me. But here's the thing: the one thing that anybody will tell you is I am fucking fair, and I do want to fucking do this right. So let's go ahead and move on to something else. Okay?
And I also don't like how you're bragging like, hey, I got this big whale on here. Dude, I'm doing you the favor.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to. Come on, man. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do here. You came on my show. I'm going to fucking do. You are doing me a favor. 100%. Thank you for giving me this interview. Okay. I'm very appreciative. But of course, you leave. I got to keep the show going a little bit. I knew you'd come back. I was hoping you would, and I'm glad you did. All right. So let's move forward a little bit. Since you brought up Alex at the beginning, let's start there because I had him on last night with Leon Lush. I thought it was a very good interview. I'm sorry it wasn't entertaining for you, but I'm not looking to entertain you, so that's totally fine. What is your beef with Alex? Why, after all this time, you still take shots at him when he doesn't really seem to have you in his mouth anymore? He's doing big things, and yet you still go after him. What's the beef with Alex?
Well, I just don't like him. I mean, it started off as I met him in Clown's Discord server. And he just immediately started kissing my ass, like I see him do with pretty much any big YouTuber, which was fine. And I had fun with him and trolled him a little bit. I pulled up his videos to give him a review because he wanted me to give him a review on his videos. And I just said that he was a lisping fucking creature, and just
you made fun of him. That's what you do. Yeah. Okay. But we all do that.
But then, beta ended the first time, not the second time. And this is when Clown disappeared, and I basically was tweeting out that, Clown wanted just fucking money, more money for it. So then Tommy called me and he said, what the fuck? I thought the percentages were fine and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know why Clown is pushing for these equal shares. We've already been through this.
Right.
So I went to the Discord to look for Clown. Well, ImAllexx was there. Conversation as we were talking to people in the Discord about me and my frustrations because, I mean, let's be real. Tommy had no subscribers, was not like bringing in the views, right?
That's fair.
200,000 subscribers at the time, and he didn't promote. Yeah, he just didn't promote it. Like, so I was the only one with subscribers and the only one that was telling my family. I mean, of course, Clown would tweet and Tommy would tweet, but again, their Twitters are so much smaller and graphic.
It's why you got the percentage that you got. You earned it.
The percentage that I got, which wasn't even fair to me, but they had to get something, you know. Tommy can't get 1% or 0.5%, and Clown can't get 5%.
No, it was fair. It was a fair percentage. It was more than fair. I've said that a million times.
I thought, like, you know, fine, whatever. Like, this isn't about money. It's just about fucking doing a. And then to have Clown come to me and say, I want equal shares when I know that I'm doing most of the workload, that really, really pissed me off. You got to understand, I just came off from 2 friends backstabbing me who I was trying to help because they were my friends in business, make money. Like, I try to help anyone that's around me. Anyone that's around me, I try to help because of, you know, a lot of people like to call me stupid, but I'm not stupid.
I don't think you're stupid. I don't think you're stupid at all.
And I know, like, you know, I know how to make this thing work for anyone. I can look at literally anybody, find out what your talent is, and put that to work. You know, I have this weird ability to do some stuff like that. So anyhow, I forgot, how the fuck did I get off track? Point rating to me that Clown kept pushing, get equal shares. We're all doing this show together. Let's get equal shares, because he wasn't seeing the work that I was doing. And watch it even farther. He was like, well, let's do a show and talk about the percentages. Now, fans, of course, they're going to be like, equal shares. That's the only fair way to do it. They're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. They're not going to understand that. So I knew that that was going to be a fucking nightmare. So I was pissed and I was venting in this Discord. Now, ImAllexx is there the whole time, and I don't remember the details. I don't remember what he got wrong. If you asked me,
it was like 2 years ago. That's fair.
In dollars to tell you the story in detail of what I said and what Alex said, what I wouldn't be able to tell you because I don't remember. But basically, whatever was said in that Discord, ImAllexx went and made a fucking video talking about beta ending, and he completely changed everything. He put words in my mouth. He said things that I never said. He changed the whole narrative. He said stupid shit like, hey, imagine if you're, he made this dumb analogy. Imagine if you and your friends go into McDonald's to buy a hamburger and you want to split it, you know, you should all do equal shares, blah, blah. It was so stupid. And it made me so mad because they were like, it wasn't just he had the information wrong. He was there. So to me, it was like he was lying, because you got to remember that Clown gave ImAllexx a shout out, and that Clown basically made ImAllexx the moderator of his fucking Discord. Clown did a lot for ImAllexx. So now I have a beef with Clown, and I've already picked on ImAllexx, like in a joking way, not in a fucking evil way or anything. I've already bullied this kid, like in a joking way. And now he's fucking uploading a video and lying, right? So he has motive to do it, right? And I just, from that point on, I don't like this kid. And then I see more things throughout the fucking years of him just making videos and nonsense coming out of his mouth. I mean, you got to remember, ImAllexx isn't a person with life experiences. He's a fucking 18-year-old goober.
He's young.
Right? And he's not that intelligent.
Well, I'm not going to say, no, he's not a dumb kid. Let me ask you a question based off what you just said.
No,
because
he is, well, can I just say one more thing?
Of course.
He real quick. He is a dumb kid, right? And I'm not saying that he won't be smarter when he's older, but he is a dumb kid, and he's doing commentary videos where he's basically criticizing people much older than him, saying, oh, you should do this or you should do that. Nobody 18 years old should be in commentary because you don't have enough life experiences to fucking even be able to tell people how they should be or what they should do or what's right.
Wait on that. Hold on 1 second. How old's Aiden? How old's Aiden?
Listen, I'm not done, and you're gonna say Aiden. I'm not done. The only way you should be in that position is if you have the mentality that is much older than your actual age, like Aiden.
No, I think that's a really bad example, but I digress on that. Hold on. Going back to what you just said. Now, you said you yourself cannot recall everything that Alex said when you guys were in the Discord. Okay. So we can't, which is fine. It was 2 years ago, but you know for a fact that he's lying and he's saying that he's not. So you guys are never going to connect on that. And there's no way to prove who's lying and who's not. It's perspective based.
I mean, I talked to Clown. I've talked to Clown about it privately, like so many times, because me and Tommy, we never became cool again, but me and Clown have. So I've explained this to Clown many times. And at one point when Tommy, and here's the one thing about Tommy, which, listen, I don't want to go on this tangent, but I got to say this one thing just to back up the story.
Okay.
Tommy told Clown that I was right and that ImAllexx did lie, and his video did not reflect what actually was being said in the Discord. Then, when me and Tommy had a falling out, Tommy came out and said, "Oh, I was just saying that to try to save the podcast. What ImAllexx said was actually the truth." Once he realized that me and him weren't going to ever be cool again. So it's like, what? How the fuck? Even if Tommy's telling the truth in that scenario, he's admitting to lying. So I don't know how anyone trusts this idiot.
Now, I can't recall all that stuff myself, as it was a long time ago. But I do remember Tommy had beef with ImAllexx because Tommy called him out on a lot of from that very same stuff, especially with the percentage. He didn't like the video that he did on you and all that because it was all stupid fucking things. So he actually called Alex out about that.
But then he took it back. He took it back.
No, he's never on the percentage thing, never on any of that. He does believe you fucked him, and I think we can debate that till the cows come home, but it's irrelevant at this point. But he has called Alex out for that. Alex was wrong for his stupid video. The percentage thing is dumb. The analogy was dumb, no question.
You can pull up any ImAllexx video, pick anyone you want, and we can watch it together, and I can just rip this motherfucker apart.
So you just don't like that's all there is to it with him. You don't like his content, you don't like his person. That's it.
Stupid that don't put a lot of work into their videos. And when I say work, I'm not talking about your video quality. I'm talking about like research. Like you have to know what you're talking about, right? Mm-hmm. The one thing about Kavos, and I know me and him are not cool right now, but Kavos will actually work hard and fucking now, granted, I don't know, maybe I'm putting my foot in my mouth because I've just seen Kavos fuck up 2 fucking stories already. But I don't know where I was going. My point is that if you're going to fucking go out there and you have a platform with thousands of people watching you, you got to make sure the information is correct. And listen, when I get a fucking story wrong, and trust me, everyone knows I got a fucking story wrong.
They always let you know.
Right? There has to be an apology. There has to be a public apology. You have to correct it. And Alex has never been held accountable for any shit he gets wrong. He's like, it's not a big deal. Somebody made a video on me. Who cares? They only get 1,000 views. Who cares if they're proving that everything I said was wrong? Whatever. I'm just going to ignore him. I don't like him. He's not a good person. And another thing is, when I first met ImAllexx, he kissed my ass, and I saw him kissing Clown's ass. And he does this thing with pretty much everyone. Every YouTuber, hey, how you doing? I'm a big fan of blah, blah, blah. And he tries to be buddy-buddy with everyone. And the real reason why ImAllexx has blown up and had the success that he has right now is because he has kissed everyone's ass around him. He's constantly, Dave, in these collaborations with Memology now and fucking, what's his name? The other fucker. Will Knee or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I mean, these cross promotions and collaborations of him kissing everyone's ass and fucking being buddies with everybody is part of the reason why he's blowing up. And on top of that, he's getting, extra YouTube knowledge, like they talked in your show of you got to make sure your click-through ratios, all this stuff that I don't give a fuck about. I've never paid attention to it because I've always just focused on just being entertaining and thinking that would work. And guess what? It still works. It's harder, but it still works.
So
but what's
that's interesting.
Is that you got boring
Shut up and take my money.
So you don't study the algorithm?
That are still successful.
You don't study the algorithm?
Not really.
You don't really put any work into the tags and titling and thumbnail? You don't really pay attention?
Really.
You don't
Mr. Beast is an absolute fucking genius with this shit, and when I talk to him, I'm completely lost. Because I have attempted to like know a little bit more of what's going on and get a little bit more information and, you know, work on the fucking, because there's two sides of YouTube. There's the entertainment side where you have to entertain your viewers. Yep. And then there's the fucking mathematician bullshit where you have to calculate and figure out fucking thumbnails and colors and fucking tags and all this other shit. I have never focused on that. I've never paid attention to that. I've always done the other thing. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, I might notice something like, oh, maybe don't use this tag anymore. Like I noticed I was using Logan Paul's tag and I was getting way less views. I don't know why that is. I don't know if YouTube's trying to suppress him, but I noticed certain things like this naturally will change up my tactics. But I'm not like fucking ImAllexx and a lot of these other guys, the Mr. Beast people that are sitting there and just staring at this stuff and looking at it like nah, dude, fuck that.
See, I find that interesting because I think that you're one of the few people who are in the spot to be able to say that and it be 100% true because you're a hub.
Well, it is.
Well, I'm giving you credit there because DramaAlert's a hub. DramaAlert doesn't necessarily need to worry about the analytics because all the information, all the drama that's going on around you is your source. And as long as you're covering that, people are going to be looking for it. So you don't have to, you're probably inadvertently doing it. You know, just by having those people who are topical at the moment, that's what's keeping the drama alive. That's what's keeping the views going. I think that's probably
you got to also remember, I'm constantly being told like, oh, you know, you're putting people's names in the title and you're doing this, you're doing that. I'm like, yeah, but they're watching my videos and I got a higher fucking like view percentage than almost anyone. I get 70% view percentages, like 76. Yeah. And like, I used to think that was shit. I was like, well, how come they're not watching the whole video? But then like I talked to Mr. Beast about it the other day. And he was like, dude, I get like 30%. Like that, like, what your numbers are like insane.
70 is really high. 70 is insanely high.
I don't know this shit and I don't really care about this shit, but you got to understand it's not just fucking, you know, big YouTuber's name in the title or thumbnail. It's not just that. Someone's got to fucking sit and watch the video and watch a lot of the video and then decide I want more of this and subscribe. So like people are always trying to fucking take shit away from me. Go fuck yourself.
So, all right, on that, how do you see your role on YouTube then? I mean, you're obviously the drama guy and everything that's well established, but I mean, how do you see yourself? What do you feel that you do that nobody else does that has allowed you to have this amount of success? Because it is incredible. And you've had mistakes. You've had things in the past that for other people have ended their careers, but it hasn't ended yours. Is it simply because you haven't stopped? Or do you have a different role on YouTube that just kind of allows you to float above it? Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, I work a lot, but I mean, it's not just that. Listen, I'm going to say something that just sounds like bullshit, and everyone's going to think it's bullshit, but it's not, right? For your fucking fans, all right? And you just do it for your fans, and you just think about your fans. What do they want today? What do they need today? What do they need to know? If you think about that instead of yourself and like what you're going to get in return, if you just focus on them, because as long as they're being they don't have to be happy. That's the other fucking weird thing is, oh, make sure your fans love you. Dude, people fucking hate my guts, and I'm still winning. Like, they don't have to fucking love you. The fucking people in the chat don't have to be like, oh my God, I can't wait to fucking buy your t-shirt. And that you don't need that. All you need to do is be able to fucking entertain them, be able to get them to want to watch you. You know, they're bored. They have a bunch of shit they can watch. Who are they going to watch? Are they going to watch ImAllexx or you? Well, hopefully you.
Well, that's the hope. I mean,
ImAllexx, like, what the fuck, dude? How many retards are there on the internet? I can't believe anybody's watching this monotone Mr. Rogers fucking sloth looking fuck. Like, what?
Look, with Alex, I think that you should at least give him the same credit that people give you, even though people hate you and all that stuff. The one thing that you've heard me say, I'm sure you've heard me say this a million times, is your hustle is unbelievable. The fact that you have not let some of the things in the past fucking end you or stop you and you've continued to go is probably the reason why you continue to go on. Alex has done the same thing.
Yeah.
He's had his missteps. He's had his moments where he stopped growing completely. When he came on my channel last year, he was a dead channel at 250. Dead. And then he starts growing again. He continues to grind. So is there at least a semblance of respect for that grind for him?
No.
Wow. Why? So,
no, I mean, I just it's not about that. Like, listen, I can respect anyone. I can respect people that are pieces of shit as long as they make good content.
So he just fits the whole barrel for you. He'd make shit content in your opinion. He's a shitty person in your opinion, and that's it. So that there's no talking you back off of that. That is your opinion on him, and that's it.
Dude, I said I had all these problems with ImAllexx, and I explained to all of them, right? I didn't really talk about his content. If he made good content, I'd be able to respect him, but he just does not. It's so boring and drawn out. Dude, me and Clown, we'll sit there and we'll watch. Clown probably won't like me fucking saying this publicly, but he probably doesn't care. We sit there and watch and just roast him. Like, cause he's fucking horrible. He's actually horrible. And if you are just trying to like figure out what the hell he's talking about and where his angle is, you can't watch it on normal speed. You have to put it on fucking ×2 speed to get to the point because he's so fucking slow. He's like this snaggletooth sloth with fucking nonsense just spewing out of his mouth. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, you can watch him, you know, ironically, and it's fun from time to time, for sure.
Why do you think his latest series, this whole "We Need to Stop," has taken off the way that it has then? I mean, like, typically with YouTube, I mean, it doesn't matter how much momentum you have. If your shit sucks, eventually people fucking see it. So why do you think it hasn't happened?
Well, I mean, We Need to Stop series has been that was going on way before. Like, he didn't start that.
No, but I mean, it's gotten hot now. Yeah, I understand that. But I mean, it seems to be taking on different.
He brought that back. That's not ever does anything original. Please let me know, because that'll be a day. But like, I don't think that's coming for a long time.
Well, originality is another fucking thing altogether, because there's nothing original on the internet. I mean, all respect you bringing things over to YouTube and all that shit. Nothing was original. They existed in other mediums. You brought them over and you found a way to be successful with it. And that's what almost everybody else tries to do, because we live in a world now where everything's already been done. So we try to put our own spin on it and hope our personalities bring people to the party. That's what we try to do, right?
ImAllexx and Leon Lush both have been very successful lately because of the mathematician side of YouTube. And had a breakout video with the dying kids,
right?
It was so good. I mean, I even covered it on DramaAlert. I mean, it's good content.
Leon's a talent.
Leon Lush actually has talent. Leon Lush has fucking like really good content. Plus, he's doing the mathematician side of things, right? Like that I was talking about earlier. Plus, dude, people are starting to fuck with him, like on a legitimate basis, where, you know, you got fucking Mr. Beast that fucks with him. I fuck with him. Clown, obviously. There's so many different people fuck with Leon Lush now. So it's like Leon Lush has all three things working for him, and it's just absolutely, it's... Now, ImAllexx has two things working for him. He's doing the networking, where he's got all these friends and he's in people's videos and shit, right? Then he's also got, you know, the mathematician side that he's doing fucking YouTube, you know, fucking figuring out fucking tags and all this other bullshit and fucking percentages and stuff that I don't even know. I can't even speak on it because I don't really know how it works, right? So he's got that thing going on, which he learned from other YouTubers, from collaborating and all that. And also, ImAllexx, and dude, I mean, you just got to look at it. ImAllexx has very, very young fans. I mean, you're talking about... And I'm not saying this to bash him. It's just the truth. He has like fucking 10-year-old to like 14-year-old fans.
I meant to ask him what his demographic was last night. I never got to it, but I meant to ask him that.
A lot of them are girls. If you like look at the comments, there's like a bunch of girls that are in love with him and think he's cute because, you know, he is that fucking like that older, skinny, like weird guy. You know what I mean? That's really attractive to like, you know, an emo 13-year-old fat cow.
Jesus Christ, Keem.
I mean, it's that. And then he's also recently pulled the whole like, hey guys, I'm bi. Like, he's doing every little trick he could possibly do to like fucking
But
succeed.
By your own logic, if he sucks, he should not continue to grow. I mean, people fucking suss this out eventually. Do you think it's going to happen?
Dude,
he's growing even more now.
Look. How many channels were successful in getting a lot of views until somebody else big enough with influence said, they're making horrible content. Why the fuck are you watching that? How many times have you seen that? I mean, shit, it happened with Leafy, right? With fucking iDubbbz, right?
Sure.
Leafy was a giant channel, way bigger than ImAllexx.
So why do you think you haven't been able to squash him? Because you say these things. You're massive. You're huge. You have a huge fan base, ridiculously huge at this point. You're at the height of your power.
Dude,
so why haven't you been able to squash him?
I'm not trying to kill ImAllexx's channel. Dude, if I really, let's say that I thought that, to myself, like, you know what? I'm going to ruin ImAllexx. Not just a Twitter video where I can fucking, troll people, get people upset, get everyone talking. Not just that shit for my own amusement, where I get to express actually my true feelings, but then also in a trolling way, get everyone fucking pissed and everyone rolled up. Not that way. Let's say that I did it serious, right? Let's say that I really want to hurt him. And the same thing with Tommy, too. Like, Tommy's always playing this stupid game, and I don't want to talk about it, but let me just
You brought him up, brother.
I know I did. I'm guilty this time. But one quick point, Tommy has continually tried to say, Keemstar is trying to ruin me. He's trying to shut me down. I have the biggest fucking platform, like, out of any of you motherfuckers. If I want to fucking take you down, I will make a fucking detailed video, fucking cross-referencing fact. I will go through it and I will take you down, all right? So don't say I'm trying to take you down when I've never fucking used my #1 weapon on you. That's ridiculous. If I'm on fucking Twitter and I'm talking shit about you, that has such a little impact compared to my goddamn DramaAlert channel. And it's so ridiculous when people try to make that, like, oh, he tried to take me down from a Twitter video. Go fuck yourself. I mean, yeah, maybe a couple 100,000 people saw it, but it's not the fucking millions that would see it on DramaAlert. So don't.
But that's
I really
interesting.
Want to take you down.
That's really interesting, though. So why haven't you? Especially with Tommy. I mean, like, all right, so you don't want to squash Alex's channel.
Because I don't want to take him down. Well, I'm not. This whole, like, deplatforming shit isn't cool to me.
Right.
I don't like it.
Okay, that's fair. All right. So I can actually see that point because I think that's completely fair. If you wanted to use the Death Star's greatest weapon, you absolutely could. I think there's another reason why you haven't, because I don't think that the things that you could cross-reference are as strong as you think they are, because I think almost all those points have already been covered ad nauseum, but still.
Of course.
I mean, I've seen it, though, Keem. I lived through it, too. I mean, I was on the phone with the guy every single day. I've seen DMs. He's shown things. He's shown the things. So, Dave, but I'm not going to do it with you.
Dave, just stop.
we could argue on who's got the right facts all day fucking long, but I would like to move back to Leon Lush for a second because I found that interesting too. Because a year ago, you were trashing him pretty hard on Twitter, and this is when he was stagnant. It was about a year and a half ago. You hit him pretty hard on Twitter. How he hasn't been able to be successful with as much time as he had. You predicted he would never really be successful. But this year he's on your top 10 YouTuber list, which I found really interesting.
Yeah.
And so I don't think anything's changed as far as his content has gone. He's always been this amazing dude who does incredible work. So you think there's a big market difference?
So listen, okay, I don't, this is a fucking while ago, like you said, like
it was a while ago.
I kind of remember this. I mean, I obviously don't have tweets in front of me, and I barely even remember this, but I think it went something like this. I was talking about channels that have more views, because the only way we can judge entertainment is based on views. That's the only fucking thing we have, right? Yep. So he tried to make some fucking response to like, oh, so you're saying that Fouseytube's more entertaining than you? And I responded by saying, yeah, I think he is. I mean, he's got the numbers. That's the only way we can measure what entertainment is by whoever's getting the most views.
I think most of the time that it's pretty accurate, at least from just a arbitrary, right on the surface type of fucking metric. Sure, I don't.
I mean, because at the end of the day, the whole point of doing YouTube is to get views, right?
Get views, to get people in and watch the show.
Yeah.
But aside, that's a good question though. Aside from the numbers, do you think that do you think Fouseytube's a better entertainer than you are? Aside from the numbers, fuck the numbers for a second. From just a straight up ego standpoint, are you better than some of the people who have bigger numbers than you? Fouseytube being one of them.
Well, I'm better than Fouseytube now because I got bigger numbers.
Yeah, well, he went away. Yeah.
Listen, and you can disagree with them, and you can think they're a shitty person, but don't take their fucking entertainment value away.
Yeah.
Because what Fouseytube did this summer was probably the most entertaining fucking thing I've seen all year, and him standing up on the fucking Jeep yelling at me, telling me, "What you put in my head, I want to kill myself."
Was it fake?
Him fucking.
Was his meltdown fake? That was not fake.
No. Fake? Why would he give it to me? He never liked me.
I didn't understand that part of it either, but I mean, there was a lot of people in that situation. It seemed like it was advantageous to do so, and Fousey is an advantageous guy. I mean, this is what he does. So, I mean, I didn't see it any differently. Just because he doesn't like you, he doesn't mean he won't use you.
I deserve some criticism because I took advantage that, was dealing with mental illness. And anybody can call me out on that. Like, you totally can. It's fair because I did it. Right?
Do you feel bad about it?
But don't, and I'm going to explain why. The reason why I took advantage of this guy that obviously has mental illness problems and made this documentary to show reality is because his mental illness problems was affecting other people. He was fucking conning his fans. He was, saying fucking ridiculous shit. Like, Drake's coming. People were flying across the country. His mental illness was affecting others. And that's why I stepped in and said, okay, I'll do a documentary on this. That's why I played his little game and did the documentary that I did, is because he was affecting other people. And there wasn't anybody in his life. There wasn't friends. There wasn't family. There was nobody in his life that could slow him down or stop him. Everyone around him was yes men. So Keemstar had to get close enough to be the no man.
Could you have just used DramaAlert, though, to stop the whole thing, to expose the lies, to expose the bullshit, and just end him like you've said that you can do? So why get close in this situation with a guy who has shown nothing but falseness, nothing but this guy has been fake as fuck in so many instances. So why get involved with him instead of use your Death Star?
Because at the end of the day, you have to treat YouTube as you doing a service for your fans, and what I did was the most entertaining thing I could do for my fans.
Well, that's completely fair, and there's nothing else beyond that. There was nothing staged, nothing planned, nothing so everyone can benefit. That was just 100% an organic situation.
I mean, there's weird stuff like, okay, we're gonna go film it here, and you know what I mean. We're gonna go use this area or whatever. There's shit like that, but like that's just standard when you're filming anything. But there's nothing like, okay, guys, we're going to run here and we're going to do this. No, nothing was staged or anything like that. None of it was fake. Dude, when Fouseytube came to the Claw House, we were literally thinking about hiring security because we were scared. And our management was telling us at the time, they're like, dude, they were really worried. They're like, dude, what if he comes with a knife or something? They were worried that he was going to harm us because he was really unstable. But I just said, fuck it. Let's do it.
You said, I'm just going to go straight gangster with it no matter what happens. We're seeing this through for the entertainment factor.
Well, I mean, I know how to fight. Like, I'm old now. I don't want to fight, but I know how to fight. So I would have been fine.
What's your relationship with him now, if any? Do you still keep tabs on him? Because I haven't heard really anything from him in a while. Is he okay? Do you know?
I haven't talked to him, but I think he is finally realizing that his mental health has really affected and hurt other people and destroyed his own career. And the time when he was focused on like medication and working on his mental health stuff was the only time where I truly liked him as a person. It was the time where, me and him were cool. We were talking. Clown was so pissed at me. Clown was like, what the fuck? Why are you going to talk to him? He's the worst person ever. I'm like, I'm giving him a second chance. He was cool with me. I was cool with him. And then he went off the meds and he became the piece of shit that Clown has constantly been trying to expose him for. But I will say this. If you want to talk about Fouseytube, and it is Fouseytube entertaining, the simple answer is yes. I thought about it long and hard. What was the best YouTube song the whole year by a YouTuber? It seems ridiculous to say this, but it's For Ghost by Fouseytube. The song that he made on Rice Gum, which was ridiculous and it got dislikes and it didn't get the million views that he was saying, that song is so memeable that everybody knows the lines. Like everybody knows fucking Bella Hadid with an XO in my DMs or whatever, or fucking Tyler Perry put me in his movie. Everybody knows this shit. And it's like, it's one of these songs that's like stuck in your head that everybody can quote, and you can't say that about any other song that came out. You can't say that about KSI's great song that he came out with on fucking Logan Paul. You can't say that really about anything. Like that was the best song that came out this year, and there is something about his fucking craziness that makes him a very entertaining person.
With a guy like that, now you just completely admitted the fact that you think that all the things that's happening with his mental health is legit and real. So at what point, and this is a big problem with YouTube in general, and you've talked about this a little bit where you've kind of said that people will use mental illness as a shield and stuff, and you've shit on it a little bit too. And I don't blame you because I've done the same thing. But where's the juice worth the squeeze? I mean, like, this guy is clearly fucked up, right? So why work with him when there's an opportunity for him to, I don't know, kill himself or harm others? Why is it worth it? Just for the entertainment? I mean, at what point do you stop being an entertainer and start being a human?
You have to evaluate the situation. When the management was telling me, hey, he's going crazy, he's going to hurt something, it's like, I never felt it was like that. I felt it was like ideas of grandeur. I thought it was like, he thinks that he's a god, right?
Yeah.
And he's not going to fucking stab me, you know? Like,
so regardless of everybody else telling you that there was a serious danger, you just did not buy it.
I didn't think that he was an actual danger to himself or to others. I just don't.
Do you think that there's
I think Clown's in the chat, and I think Clown would back me up. Fouseytube loves Fouseytube.
Yeah, he does.
That loves themselves so much, they're not going to fucking go and do anything that puts them in jail because they love themselves too much. They're not going to fucking do anything that's going to fucking, harm others or kill himself. He's just not going to do that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I think that's actually pretty pragmatic. Completely. Do you feel that you've been in any situations, and if you have, please let us know. Do you have any situation that you kind of regret because maybe you did push the envelope too far with somebody and maybe something may have happened or potentially could that you regret? Because everyone wants to peg you as a monster, so let's go to the other side because maybe you're not a monster. Maybe you're a victim of fucking circumstances beyond your fucking control. Maybe that's a possibility.
I'm not a victim.
Okay.
I'm not a victim.
All right. Do you have regrets on some of the things that may have pushed somebody over the line, or is there things that maybe we don't even know that you have taken back or you've regretted?
Well, I like Deji. I really like Deji, but I've had to shit on him 3 videos in a row.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. And I've texted him and I told him that much. Like, dude, I don't like shitting on you, but you're wrong here. Like, do you want to talk about this?
And that situation's not fake, right? That is 100% right. I thought it was fake. Now, Alex told me last night it was not fake, and you're confirming that is a real situation between those two?
Course, if it was fake, KSI would make videos on it.
Yeah, no, that's what Alex said too.
Actually, let's talk about this.
Yes,
ImAllexx is constantly talking on his podcast with that Jack fucker. Like, he's like, oh yeah, I've talked to Keem and da da da. He keeps on making these scenarios like he knows me and that we talk and we don't. And I fucking called him out on this shit, and then he tries to meme it, and he's like, oh, my best friend Daniel. Oh, and by the way, that's another fucking thing I did like a long time ago is I, had this fake fucking like, oh, don't call me Daniel, call me Keemstar, da da da. And now ImAllexx and a bunch of these fucking nerds, they keep calling me by my like legal name, Daniel, and they think they're trolling me. It's the fucking greatest thing. I got all these retards and strings. But
it's a wrestling thing. No, people like to do that in wrestling as well. Like CM Punk, Phil Brooks, the same thing. Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. It's funny as fuck.
Dude, they're so stupid, and they think they're so witty. Like, Daniel. Dude, in fact, there was one scenario where Memeology meets me and fucking at the KSI fight. Me and Memeology were hanging out, and he called me Daniel. And, I don't even remember him calling me Daniel, but whatever. Like, I bought him drinks and we had drinks or whatever. And then he went and told somebody else. He was like, dude, I was really scared because I called Keemstar Daniel and I thought he was going to fucking snap on me. But it wasn't on YouTube. We were just having drinks. Like, I didn't even notice it. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Like, so a lot of these kids are just fucking little puppets you put on strings. But I don't know what my point was. Oh, yeah. My point is this. On your fucking show, he goes, oh, I know KSI. I've met him. I talked to him. He goes, if fucking KSI could make 50 million views a month, he would do it. So I know this is real. He doesn't fucking know KSI. He might have met KSI. once at a fucking thing, but he doesn't call KSI and talk to JJ every night. Like, ImAllexx is always doing this fucking bullshit front where he fucking knows every big YouTuber and he talks to them on a daily basis. The kid's a fraud, and anytime he talks, it's nonsense. There's so many reasons why I don't like him, and this is just another one.
Well, he did give the exact same reason you did, though. I mean, to be fair, whether he knows him or not, the reason you just gave why it's real is the exact same reason he gave it was real. So, I mean, granted, it's not a huge leap because this is KSI.
No. He said, I know KSI. He goes, I know him. I met him.
Well, he said if it was real, he would have made a video. He said if it was fake, he would have made a video on it, just like you just said.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
And he said that, but he backed it up by saying, I know him. Like, he was trying to allude that he talks to JJ on a fucking daily basis or something, and they're best friends. He's a fraud. I hate the kid.
Regardless of the ImAllexx thing, because I do want to hear your thoughts on this whole situation with KSI and Deji. With them, because you do know them, and you do talk to them. So what is actually happening here? Because this has actually become one of the most disgusting things. I'd rather see Logan Paul expose 50 fucking dead bodies than almost what's going on right now that's destroying a fucking family. What's happening?
I can tell you, but like it's a long story, and it's based on a lot of speculation from my part. And information that they both told me, but it's all public. I could tell you, but this is exactly what's going on.
Everything that's basically in the public's eye.
Well, this is what's happening. This is reality. Okay, Deji and KSI were very close. They made videos together. They grew up their YouTube empires together, pretty much. They're brothers. Of course, they're close. And of course they were in each other's videos, and of course they helped each other. You know, let's be real. KSI helped Deji more because he had a much bigger channel.
Yeah.
But you know, they were really close. But then the Sidemen started, and then you know JJ moved out with the Sidemen, and they started becoming distant. And then the diss tracks the first time around, you know, they were diss tracks on Deji, and fucking Deji making diss tracks back, and fucking Deji took that shit like personal, right? But whatever, they got through it, whatever, everything's still kind of cool. When they were getting ready for this boxing match, Deji wasn't training hard enough at the beginning, and he was fucking around, and the Sidemen are fucking... Deji's a comedian, right? Deji's a comedian, but the Sidemen are fucking businessmen, and they're serious, and if they're trying to do something, they're going to do it. Every single one of those motherfuckers in the Sidemen, they decided they were going to get in shape, and they all did. Ethan lost weight, they all got in shape.
Right.
Like, if they're going to do something, they're going to fucking do it. And they got Deji there, and he's, like, ordering chicken wings and stuff. So they were hard on him. Like, hey, you got to take this shit serious. You're fighting fucking Jake Paul. Like, so, you know, basically Deji fucking moved out, got his own trainer, and it created basically, like, you know, a little wedge between Deji and KSI. And, of course, Deji loses the fight. So now fucking Deji's getting, you know, teased and picked on from KSI. Hey, you lost the fight, blah, blah, blah. You know, and so now you have a scenario where they don't really hang out. They don't really see each other since August until now, since after the fight until now. They're not really hanging out. And now that the fight's over, he is only 300,000 subscribers away from a $10 million plaque, and his channel's dying. He's losing subs every single fucking day.
Yeah.
He's uploading videos. They're not getting any views. Fucking trouble. So one of KSI's cameraman and also a rapper known as Randolph, during a Family Feud Sidemen event, you know, name a dead YouTube channel, and he says Deji, and everyone laughs. Well, Deji takes that shit to heart.
Right. Because
Deji doesn't see the fucking camera guy. He doesn't see Randolph at all doing it. He sees that as his brother's employee. So he sees this there's already this animosity, like, oh, you don't want to make videos with me anymore. You don't want to hang out with me anymore. You want to do it with these other fucking people. When we grew this shit, we started this shit together, and now you're fucking living and making videos with all these other people, right? So you're already dealing with that. And now one of fucking KSI's cameramen, right, is making a fucking insult about your dying channel, and you're just left by yourself. So he takes that to heart. Fucking talk shit about him. Well, Randolph hears that. well, shit, I'm a rapper. I'm going to make a fucking diss track. Now's my opportunity. Because Randolph was a fucking, really a nobody until this happened. And now Randolph's a fucking name. Randolph just uploaded a random video the other day and got 300,000 views.
Yeah. So this is all opportunity meets butthurt. Butthurt and opportunity coming together, and this is what's created this situation?
Basically, Randolph sees an opportunity to grow his own channel, so he goes hard on Deji based on shit that he already knows. He knew Deji was fucking being a creep, fucking texting a bunch of fucking young girls, right? I'm not talking about like underage, but young girls.
Right, okay.
So
thanks for clarifying.
So he fucking like called. Well, you got to remember in the UK, the legal age is 16, right?
True,
so if Deji, who's 21 years older, who I don't know how old Deji is, but I think he's in his early 20s. If he's fucking macking on a fucking 16-year-old, it's legal, but it is kind of fucking shady
Still
or
gross,
creepy
yeah,
or whatever.
Pretty gross, yeah. I think most people will go.
So
with that.
Randolph exposes that in a diss track. So now, in fucking Deji's point of view, he's thinking, my fucking brother is allowing this to happen. My brother, literally, his cameraman just uploaded a goddamn diss track where he said something that could ruin my career when my fucking channel is already fucking like dying. Like, what the actual fuck? So now Deji's so pissed that he's like, you know, my brother had a fucking abortion. He starts releasing he makes his own diss track back, starts releasing KSI's fucking personal information with the money that he paid Randolph. Like, this is a real thing, and this is how it really played out, and this is how it got to the point where it is. The thing where Deji fucked up is Deji started gaining subs from this feud. He started gaining views from this feud, and he lost the whole motivation of why he was even in the feud in the first place. He was in this feud because he misses his brother and wants to make videos with his brother. But his channel was also dying, and he cares about that too. And now his channel's alive. Now his channel's getting views. Now his channel's getting subs. So now he loses complete track of his whole fucking reason why he's upset, because he's just so happy that his YouTube channel's doing good again. And so fucking KSI is like, yo, I know you made a diss track on me. Like, I'm sorry, bro. We need to get closer. You know, he makes this video apologizing to Deji, but Deji is just like blinded by it. He just sees views. So he goes on Logan Paul's podcast. He drops a diss track on his fucking brother. And the result of these two horrible things that he does to his brother, it doesn't even have an impact. He still gains subs. He still gains. So he has no motivation at all to even fucking try to make amends with KSI anymore, because his channel is doing so fucking well from fighting with KSI.
Right.
So when Christmas comes around, you know, fucking Deji gaining subs, gaining views, fucking, you know, big man, right? Mm-hmm. He's not going to fucking take any shit from KSI to delete the videos. He's going to tell him to go fuck off. And KSI saying, I'm going to smash your computer. Well, then I'm going to call the cops on you. And that's when the breaking point hits. That's when it goes overboard. That's the fucking moment where fucking fans are like, wait a minute. It's Christmas Day. You kick your brother out. You're threatening to call the cops. You know what? Anymore. Fuck you, Deji.
Yeah. And they turned fast, boy. Whew.
It turned real fast.
Do you think it just went too personal and that was just too much? Was it timing too? Do you think they would have got away with that if it was not Christmas? But I mean, because of the time and all of that and just how over the top that was, that's why shit, man. Like you said, he was growing. Everything was going exactly the way he wanted it to. And then one moment, that's a tidal wave in the opposite direction. That doesn't happen all the time. So do you think it's just because of timing, or was it just because people got tired of it?
I think the two of them have not fought. I mean, KSI hasn't done anything publicly to his brother.
Not a thing, yeah.
And the first time KSI did anything public was for him to explain that his brother kicked him out of the house on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, we all knew that, you know, at some point KSI was going to have to do or say something publicly, because it was so ridiculous how, you know, how fucking attack on KSI Deji was. But look, they were supposed to resolve shit. That was the whole point of it. And that's not what happened.
Yeah.
So, like, you know.
Well, I find it interesting because the crux of this seems to be the inability to forgive a slight. I mean, that seems to be the thing. Now, I want to relate this to you a little bit because that is one of the knocks on you that a lot of people, not just Tommy, but a lot of people have with you, that you are not good at letting slights go. Is that a fair criticism? Do you keep things that you hear people say and you wait to get them back? You've told stories similar to that, you know, with your past when you got jumped and you found every single one of them and you got revenge. Is that fair to say that you do not let slights go very easily?
Why would you?
Well, I mean, some people do believe in turning the other cheek, especially when they're rich and famous and already fucking winning. You know, some people would say, why would you continue to go down the path when you could easily just ignore these people?
Yeah, you could ignore them, but what's the point? I just, you know, part of revenge that even is worth it is like just getting, like doing the act of revenge. Doing the act of revenge and getting someone back for something shitty they did to you is worth its weight in gold. So money, fame, subs, none of that means as much as that feeling of, I got you back, you son of a bitch. I mean, that's a great feeling.
Well, I mean,
why would you ever? Well, I mean, you only get to live once. Why would you deny yourself of that?
Well, some would say that your success alone is your revenge. I mean, some people would take that as more than enough. They're living one way, you're living a complete other way. So to kind of bring yourself back down into those other people's levels and you know, going into the mud with them or whatever, lowering yourself, it's kind of counterintuitive. You've already won. Your success is finite.
So you're saying I shouldn't be on this show?
No, I'm not saying that at all. Yeah, because if you're here for revenge, you're not doing a very good job of revenging because you're giving me a fantastic interview. So, I mean...
I mean, you're basically saying coming down with the slums or whatever.
Well, you are slumming it here. There's no question about that. But still, this... I don't even know why you decided to do this morning, other than we had a little bit of an exchange that I saw something you commented on. I'm glad that you have.
If I had to live life on YouTube with nobody talking shit to me or nobody doing anything shitty to me, I wouldn't be as successful as I am.
Very true.
I mean, revenge isn't just a matter of, you know, that feeling when you get revenge, but it's also a great motivation. Like, you know, so, you know, there's been people that have talked shit to me and, you know, throughout the years and that had more subs than me and that were bigger than me, that looked down on me or looked down at my style. Here's a prime example. Woody's fucking gamer tag. That son of a bitch. Okay. I used to be friends with him, but he was a bigger YouTuber, and he basically was running some competition called March Madness, where he basically would have a bunch of different COD commentators upload videos to his channel, and basically there would be like a voting thing with the viewers, and one of them would make it through 16 different fucking channels would all compete. One of them would make it through and get a lot of subs in the end.
Right.
They wouldn't even let us in the tournament because we were doing comedy videos. We were trolling people. We were pranking people. They wouldn't even let us in. And we were getting more views, way more views than anybody else that was entering into this fucking competition. So it was just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I had to fucking literally bully my way into this fucking event. And of course, we got voted off right away because it wasn't fair and it was set up and it was all staged. But whatever. So, you know, they looked down on us like, you know, somehow like we were inferior to them. Mm-hmm. So I've always hated that motherfucker, and I just beat his ass, and now his channel's dead, his podcast is dead, and my channel's alive and well, and that feels absolutely great, and that was a great motivation to keep going, because in fucking 2011, early 2012, I'm a millionaire. I don't have to work anymore. I have... Not only did I just make a bunch of money from this fucking game and be set for life, but I've also invested in a bunch of other things that I know are going to be fucking good. I bought a shit ton of Bitcoin at $7.50.
I hope you got out of it now. Yeah, Jesus Christ. You bought it at a good price.
$7.50 a Bitcoin is when I bought in.
Jesus.
You know, I mean... I didn't have to I don't have to do DramaAlert. I don't have to fucking work. I don't have to do YouTube. But it's all these cocksuckers that have pissed me off that are still on this fucking platform that I'm way more entertaining and work way harder than. Like, go fuck yourself, you know?
That's your reason now also, for continuing then? It's to just stick it in everybody's...
that was part of it, but also, you know, you gotta actually love this. You gotta actually love entertaining people. You gotta actually love coming on this fucking stupid little podcast with only fucking 120 people. You gotta actually appreciate that, right?
Well, if you would have tweeted it out, more people would have been here, to be fair, but still, whatever.
Appreciate that there's 120 people here. That's the thing. Like I do. And that's the thing. Not anyone, not a lot of people would. Like a bunch of people would be like, this is not worth my fucking time.
No, but I mean, 2 days in a row. Look, I got Leon and Alex on last night. I got you today. Regardless of it, I'm appreciative of it because it's huge for me. And I do appreciate it. But it doesn't really take away from the fact that there are some important things to get to with this, especially with what you just said. So I want to ask you a question based off of the things that you've said so far into the interview. And then I want to talk about Kavos a little bit. And then if you want to leave, feel free. You talked about the entertainment and your love of it, but you also talked about the revenge side and you loving it. What is the bigger motivator for you? Is it 60% revenge, 40% entertainment? Do you even look at it in those terms? Because Baited felt and still feels when it does show up that it is Keem's revenge machine. It's all about you. And then, you know, Clown weighs in and then Chad does what he does. But still, it's Keem's revenge machine. Is that fair? And if so, how much percent?
No, that's just absolutely retarded. That's stupid.
Okay.
Baited was Keem's revenge thing. You got to understand that Baited was scheduled to be created before everyone started attacking me. And then they did start attacking me. So, I mean, I'm coming off of the whole internet hating me and trying to fucking ruin. And by the way, a lot of people say, "Why didn't you quit?" And I had 1.2 million subscribers.
Why
or whatever
would you
it was,
quit?
1.6 million subscribers, and yeah, fucking 200,000 people did unsub to me, but like fucking 1.4 million didn't.
Right.
I uploaded a video and I got 100,000 dislikes, but you know what? I had 100,000 fucking likes. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got shit on, but I also had 100,000 people. That's the biggest NFL stadium in America, packed to the fucking brim. All right, of people that said, "I fuck with you, Keem." So when you have shit like that, you don't fucking give up.
No,
That's why I
agree.
don't understand when some of these fucking big people, they like get some hate and they're like, "Oh, I'm leaving the internet."
Leafy and Grade are good examples of that. Perfect examples. Leafy and Grade. They both quit. Had they not have, maybe they could have turned things around, continued to use that situation to help build themselves. But they quit. They went away. You didn't. You've maintained. You never quit.
Loyalty is a very, very important thing. So when I help someone else out or whatever, I do something great for someone and then they fucking like backstab me or whatever, I get fucking pissed. But you got to also understand that you have to be there has to be loyalty to your fucking fans. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to quit YouTube. I don't know when that day comes. Like, am I going to be 60? Am I going to be 70? I don't know how to quit this shit because there's people that are counting on me for the fucking news. And I have to be loyal to them because they're loyal to me. Do you understand? But
100%.
People don't see that. There's so many YouTubers that just look at the numbers and they're not seeing fucking people. I always see real people. You're like, why is Keemstar fucking talking shit to this guy on Twitter with fucking 12 followers? Because he's a real person.
So, I mean, you're just the man of the people who's giving the people what they want, and you love the people for supporting you. That's what you're saying.
You're the ones that are loyal, yeah.
Now, you've talked about loyalty, and some people have claimed that your loyalty standards are set a little bit too high. What does it take for you to be considering somebody to have backstabbed you? Because sometimes some of the things that you take as a slight, they do seem a little bit petty. Do you feel that you're petty? How do you feel about those accusations?
You look at the Kavos situation and you say, Keemstar backstabbed Kavos.
Yeah, I don't get that
and
one.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Tommy situation. Look, dude, Kavos' content, because Kavos was the commentator killer. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Tommy has made this argument too. He's like, oh yeah, as soon as he was going after people that Keemstar didn't fucking like, that's when he was supporting. Yeah, no shit. Duh.
Right.
Like, what? Of course. If fucking Tommy goes after me, you're going to support Tommy because you don't like me, right, Dave?
Not necessarily. I've actually gone against Tommy with certain things with you. I've done it in other topics as well. It's true.
Okay, let's see. What's a YouTuber that you don't like? What's a YouTuber you don't like?
There's honestly, really there is like. Fousey I don't like. Onision. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter how fuck of a piece of shit Onision is. If there's something that he's right on, I just had to defend him the other day when people are calling him not a veteran. He is a veteran. He's a piece of shit. He's not a war veteran. No, it's the perfect point. It's called being fair regardless of who you hate. That's what makes somebody great at what they're doing. I'm sorry. That's the way I look at it.
Dave, you're missing my point. If somebody uploads a video and you agree with every single one of their points, you're going to support them, right?
If I agree with every single one of their points, sure.
Of course. So Kavos is going after ImAllexx and he's calling him out for his bullshit, right? He's going after Wild Spartans and he's calling him out for his bullshit. So of course I'm gonna fucking like that. And not only that, I've known Kavos since 2013.
Yeah.
Like I've known him for a while, right? So naturally I'm gonna support him. Now, after I promote Kavos, after he gets like fucking 100,000 subscribers, right? And I pushed him on DramaAlert twice, I think. Maybe 3 times. I don't know.
Which you have downplayed the effect of before, by the way. When you guys were cool, you have downplayed that effect. You're using it now, but you did downplay that effect.
I don't want him to, like, there were people talking shit about him to Rice Gum saying like fucking, you know, Keemstar made you or some shit. And I don't want him to fucking feel bad. I don't want to feel like, you know, basically, you know, without me, you'd have still 5,000 subs. Like, I don't want him to think that way because I just don't want him to. So I say something that like, nah, you know, I just gave him a push. He did the rest of it on his own. But I mean, really, come on.
But you use it when but you use it when you're pissed off at him. Isn't that what people are saying? You know, you'll say one thing when it's advantageous for you, but then when they piss you off, you'll tell the truth. Isn't that being two-faced a little bit? That's a fair criticism.
Well, that's a white lie when I say, hey, you know, he did it all on his own. I just gave him a little push. I mean, that's a white lie. Come on, you don't want to be fucking rude to your friend. You don't want to be like, yeah, cunt, I made you. He's right. What that guy is saying, talking shit, saying I fucking made you is true. You don't want to fucking say that to your friend. Like,
but why use it after the fact? All right, regardless of that, because I know what the answer to that's going to be.
It's true. It's reality, but whatever.
But what did he do that made you decide that fuck this guy, I'm going to go after him? I want to know that, because that's what I don't know. Nobody knows. This is your chance to answer. What did Kavos do that he's no longer loyal?
Again, you're saying go after him. Did I make a fucking DramaAlert video on him? No. I made a fucking Twitter video. But anyhow, I'm going to tell you the story, and you already see my Twitter video, so you know the gist of it. But basically, you know, I supported him. Hey, this guy's the fucking... There's so many commentators out there, false information on YouTubers, and it just fucking bothers me because they never get checked on it. They'll just say something incorrect. You know, because if you're following a commentator's channel, right, and they're making videos about multiple different subjects, 9 times out of 10, if you're a fan of that commentary channel, you're not going to know in detail the truth about fucking Joe Prankster that they're talking about. So you're not going to know if the information that you're getting is 100% correct or not. You're just not going to know. And so there has to be responsibility there. Well, here's Kavos fucking lambasting these motherfuckers and be like, oh, you got that wrong. You did this wrong. You said that wrong. Like, so obviously I'm going to support that. He gets 100,000 subs. I tell people to sub to him because of the content that he's making. I explain the content that he's doing, that he's calling these other commentators out, right? That's why they're subbing to him. As soon as he gets those subs, right, to change his content to make it about the content that I'm doing, right? So I'm doing videos on Jake Paul, Logan Paul, like, you know, this other stuff that's going on. So now he decides, I'm going to make videos on Jake Paul. I'm going to do videos on Logan Paul. Whatever. That's fine. It's kind of shitty, right? Because that's not why I co-signed you. But, okay, you can do whatever you want.
He's evolving.
I don't control...
He's chasing the trends like everyone else.
His content, and I shouldn't control his content, and I shouldn't fucking, you know, be like, oh, you can do this and you can't do that. I shouldn't. That's not what it is about. But then, you know, he starts attacking like fucking Rice Gum and KSI, like people that I'm friends with. So now it's like, okay, I have created this fucking gun over here, this weapon, and now This weapon that I made is on fucking autopilot. I can't control it anymore. And it's shooting all my fucking friends. Right? And I can't go to Kavos and be like, don't make videos on so-and-so and blah, blah. I think at one time I told him to calm down on the rice gum stuff. And he's like, nah, I hate him. And I was like, okay, well, do whatever you want.
But that's what you wanted out of him, though. That's the guy that you support. Now, granted, his target changed, but that is the attack dog that you signed up for.
Yeah, but you got to understand. But I just want you to put yourself in my shoes and understand how I'm feeling about all this. Like, yeah, well, do whatever you want. You're a good YouTuber, it doesn't feel good for me to fucking one thing and then get something completely different, like right away, right? So whatever. He's a commentary channel. He can fucking make videos on whatever he wants. Fine, I might not be a fan of his newer content, but whatever. Do your own fucking thing. So then it's a situation where the fight is going down between Deji and Jake Paul. And as I said earlier when we were talking about this, the sidemen were saying basically that Deji's not ready, that he's not training hard enough.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here and I'm mad because I want to see Jake Paul lose. I want to see Jake Paul get beat up in that fucking ring.
I think everybody
did.
Deji's
And now Deji's not taking it serious at all. He's not fucking training like he should. And he's going to go in this ring and Jake Paul's going to win. And this is just all for nothing. All this is for fucking nothing. I'm going to fly on a fucking plane. I bought this flight. I got a hotel. I'm doing all this shit to just go watch Jake Paul fucking beat up someone. Not cool. I'm disappointed in Deji not putting in the goddamn work. So I put out a tweet and I say, I think Deji, you should drop out of the fight and let Joe Weller fight. And Deji got pissed. Deji fucking went on this rant on his channel saying that I was a snake.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that I was a horrible person. I was supporting Jake Paul and blah, blah, blah. It was ridiculous. Just because I don't think Deji's going to win the fight. And let's be honest, Deji didn't win the fight. So I was right. But he was basically saying, if we're friends, you can't publicly say, I don't think you're going to win the fight. You have to basically lie and say, oh, yeah, you are going to win the fight. Like, that's ridiculous. If fucking Tommy goes to you and says, hey, man, I'm going to fight Mike Tyson. We're around the same age. I'm just going to fucking knock him out. Like, what are you going to – are you publicly going to say, oh, yeah, fucking Tommy's going to win. My good friend. Of
course not.
He's my friend.
No, of course not, yeah.
Exactly. So it was ridiculous, right? So, all right, the guy that I helped create, okay, he makes a video on the subject. He basically was like, I see where Deji's coming from and blah, 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 blah. But he didn't say anything in that video that was too bad, that fucking was really negative towards me. He said a few things, but I can't even remember what they were. It wasn't anything that was too negative, but it was this. Deji created a scenario where I was a snake and his fans were spamming that I was a snake. And then fucking Kavos saw that opportunity, made a video on it, and kind of pandered to those people, right? So here I have the guy, help have a channel, come out with this video and put his opinion in and basically say, I see where Deji's coming from. Keem shouldn't have done that. It was kind of pointless for Keem to put out that tweet. Like, because Kavos disagreed with me,
it's
right?
His opinion, sure.
So it's like, at that moment, it was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, first you're fucking shooting on my friends. I didn't co-sign for any of this. Now you're fucking pandering to this fucking hate wave that Deji's trying to create, that I'm a snake. I'm like, fuck you. Like, I just don't want to talk to you anymore. So I stopped talking to Kavos. And, eventually I removed him on my sub box, and I just wasn't really friends with him anymore. I didn't hate him. I didn't hate his guts. I didn't want to fucking – I think, like, when it first went down, I said something like, fuck you, I'm going to ruin you, or some shit. Like,
yeah,
I had
you went full Keem, yeah.
Yeah, but I was just like, overreacting.
But you can understand why people will take some of that shit seriously, though, right? I mean, you can't just deflect all of it.
But listen to me. I didn't actually hate him. All right, I wasn't actually hoping for anything bad to happen to him or his channel. I felt fucking disrespected by this dumb shit of him making this video and pandering to these Deji people. I felt disrespected. I was like, I'm not going to fuck with you anymore. I'm not going to talk to you for a while. We'll probably be friends again because we've been friends for a very long time. We'll probably be friends again in like a couple months. We'll talk it up, and time has gone by. Time's the ultimate healer.
Did you say that to him
again in the future?
Did you say that to him?
No, of course not.
Why not?
Of course not. I just don't want to talk to him.
But okay, you've said on multiple occasions that he's your friend.
I just said time was a healer, right?
Well, sure.
Well, there was no time at this point. 30 seconds has gone by, right? I'm not going to say that to him.
But it seems like a minor disagreement is my point. I mean, it's a friend if you guys are friends, this is something that I don't think should have escalated if that's all this was. If it was just off of an opinion that he didn't even fully back up, he didn't bury you. You said it with your own words. He didn't go after you that hard. He merely agreed with something to an extent, which doesn't seem that bad.
First of all, I supported this guy. This just so everyone understands, all right? Getting somebody 100,000 subs, all right? It's going to work and continue to grow, but giving them that first push, right?
It's huge.
It's basically worth giving somebody $1 million. You're basically giving somebody $1 million.
Agreed.
It's the equivalent of that. It is literally the equivalent of that. Is Kavos going to make $1 million a year? No. But he does have the stepping stool to do that.
Okay.
It's such a huge thing. It's not a little thing. It's not a little thing. It's not this like, oh, well, whatever. Like, it's such a huge thing. Like, trying to be a YouTuber and trying to be a successful YouTuber is something that literally everyone is trying to do.
It's the dream.
So if you do something like that, you shouldn't fucking be pandering to fucking snakes. You shouldn't be pandering to Keemstar's a snake. You shouldn't be pandering to that audience. For that, it was like, I did something so big for you. There should never be anything negative about me ever coming from.
Okay, wait.
Right? not that you owe me, but
you are saying he owes you. That's exactly okay. You're backing up so much of the things that people have issues with you on. I mean, man, it's like
you can have an issue until you're blue in the face, but it's the facts. It is the facts. If you give someone $1 million, they should never do anything to insult you ever.
If they're in the same game as you and they're in the commentary community, I disagree with that. You guys are all part of the same community. You're all doing the same thing.
If you signed up for that, that's fine. But like
you did sign up for it. You signed the fucking Pitbull. You knew who Kavos was. He is a goddamn pitbull. He was the commentator destroyer. You called him that with your own words. So when he disagrees with you slightly, doesn't even go after you like he would with so many people, maybe out of the very respect of your friendship that you're talking about, you take it like he dropped a nuclear bomb on you and stop fucking with the guy instead of having a conversation that could have resolved the whole thing. That's not crazy.
Yeah, because I mean... Yeah. Well, I don't know. You just took the conversation so far out of fucking... I don't even know what you're
I brought it back to what the topic was.
Anyhow, the point is this. I just didn't want to talk to him anymore. I wasn't mad at him. I wasn't actually mad at him. I wasn't just like, fuck you or anything like that. But then all of a sudden, I see a video on Ninja, right? And, Ninja's a friend of mine.
Who's fucking up? Ninja's fucking up, to be fair.
Well, I can't even remember what the details were, but Kavos went over the top and was like really aggressive with it. And it's like, this piece of shit, and I'm just like, I know the guy. He's not a piece of shit. He's a fucking good guy. Like, I think it was the whole thing with the stream snipe thing. Like, yeah, he fucked up or whatever. But you guys got to understand that there are people constantly trying to stream snipe this guy. So... like, oh, he messed up one time and it wasn't a stream sniper. Like, no one took into consideration that, there's all these fucking people constantly stream sniping him. So let me take it back to this.
Okay.
I supported Kavos because Kavos was going after the commentators who were getting shit wrong. And now he's attacking my friends and not even being fair about it. Not even fucking doing research. Now he's being fucking lazy and turning into this fucking like ultimate hate towards someone just to pander to get as many views as possible and to create this hate train on fucking Ninja without even giving the dude a fucking fair shot.
It seemed like he gave his opinion. It seemed like he gave his opinion on Ninja just like he gave his opinion on every other commentator that you were okay with him giving opinions on.
You could defend him until you're blue in the face. I don't care. So anyhow, he fucking uploaded. So I uploaded a video and I was like, look, Kavos.
Yeah.
When I supported you, you were going after these commentators. He's like, but now you just go after big people and the big names to get as many views as you can get. I forget what I said, but it said something like that. And I was like, if you ever go back to fucking calling out these commentators for getting their shit wrong, I'll support you again. That's what I said on Twitter. Right. So that was that. That was me saying to him, like, I don't support you anymore. But if you go back to making the content that you did before, I'll support you again.
If you go back to sniping out these smaller channels before they get big enough to hurt me, then I'll like you again. That's what you just.
No, because nobody can hurt me.
No, you're right. You're right. You are at a point.
I wouldn't be here.
You're 100% right. You are at a point where you cannot be hurt. I agree with that, unless you do it to yourself. And this I want to attribute to Ninja, because I do think that he's in jeopardy, and I do think it's completely fair. I think it's fair, because once you become uncool, Keem, once you become uncool, you know this to be true. Once you become uncool, you're fucking done. And Ninja can't. He can't be uncool. Neither can you. You can't be uncool, Keem.
Dave, can you hear me?
I can.
Dave,
I hear you.
Okay, good. I just need you to understand something. Even Keemstar can't kill Keemstar. Trust me, I've been trying for 10 years. I can't even kill my own career. So good luck.
No, you can't be killed. I agree.
So whatever. That was the last thing I said to him during the Ninja bullshit or whatever. You know what I'm going to do to get Keem back? I'm going to copy his show. I'm going to fucking do a show like his.
Mm-hmm.
Did to like try to get back at me or whatever. Now, people, when I complained about it, people were like, why is Keem worried about Kavos? I'm not worried about Kavos. I'm not sitting here saying, oh my God, we're going to run a better show than me or whatever. I'm not worried about that at all. That's not what my concern is. It's the disrespect. If somebody gives you a fucking $1 million, don't fucking copy their show. Like, that's just ridiculous. And you can sit there until you're blue in the face and say, hey man, it's YouTube and you got to grind and you can do whatever you got and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but you also have to pay it back to the people that get you there. And if you don't, you will go down. And I've seen it happen for 10 years straight. And the people that gave me my start, there was a guy fucking recorded me in a Halo game. I fucking love that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I hooked that dude any chance I can get. I just bought him a fucking $4,000 fucking computer, right? Like,
very nice.
You got to take care of the people that get you to where you're fucking at. And if you ever forget that for just a brief minute and you do some Kavos shit, trust me, I will work fucking so hard and be so goddamn big and have the biggest microphone and let everybody know who the fuck you are. And I'm never going to forget it. I'm never going to forget it. It's going to go on forever. So if you're Kavos and you're listening to me right now, you better be focused on trying to ruin me.
But why? But wait, but it's so confusing.
It's so insulting.
But wait. Okay.
It's so insulting.
Just because
so ridiculous.
So he's creating something that we don't know if he wanted to do for a long time or not. Maybe this was a plan of his where he wanted to create something because he was inspired by what you and other people have done in the drama community, and he wanted to make his own version of that. It doesn't necessarily.
That's a peasant way of looking at it. It's
a business way of looking at it. It's the exact same thing that you've said throughout the course of this show, unless you feared that vehicle, and that's why you want to snuff it out. But you don't have that fear.
I don't fear it. It's the disrespect of it. Look.
That's so arbitrary as fuck, man. Honestly, that's really petty. It's
trying to copy my show. It's disrespectful. You don't think it's disrespectful?
I don't, because he was basically already that. He just took it to a different format.
If you have a unique thing that you're doing, right?
It's YouTube drama. It's not unique.
Let's say Mr. Beast, right? Like I'm trying to think of someone that has something unique, because like my show is relatively unique. Like I was the first one to do it, and
on YouTube. On YouTube, but it existed before. It's a drama show, man. It's fucking talk soup. It's fucking it's e-news. It's not fucking art. It's not something you can license and copyright and protect. Anybody can make a fucking news station. Anybody can make a news channel. Yeah, I don't think that's a very fair standard to hold people to, especially your friends.
No, anybody can do it. My point is that, like, my fucking show was the first of its kind, and many people have copied, my show format because, they try to be successful. And so far, no one's been successful at it. really.
Well, I mean, Scares gave you a run for a little bit, but he kept leaving, unfortunately. I mean, Jesus Christ, he left again.
Yeah, because, you can do it for a year, but then once you realize how much work is really involved and how much you really have to do, and, it's just, it wears people down. They can't handle it.
Do you know why John left, by any chance? I mean, because this one's confusing to me. After he had the miraculous comeback that he did, and he had the fight and all this stuff, everyone's loving on him, love fest, growing. He left again. You might be the guy to answer as to why, because nobody else can fucking tell me.
I know private things, but
fair enough.
Loyalty is important. You fuck up loyalty, you fuck up everything. Because everyone will know who you are. Yeah. Everyone will know the type of person you are. Kavos has tweeted out before. He's like, I want to have no friends. I want to be on my own. But Kavos is constantly in all these DMs and talking to everyone behind the scenes and buddies and trying to share information. And he's such a fucking fraud. There's so much on this motherfucker, really. He's done 2 stories. Both of them were fucking wrong. My team's on it. Like, fucking, we got so much shit on this fucker.
So you're going after Kavos. You're stating that very clearly. You are going after Kavos.
Wasn't it clear? Wasn't it very, very clear from my video that I felt that like this was fucking disrespectful what he did.
Yeah. And you don't feel that's an overreaction. I keep going back to that, but it feels like there's a breakthrough here waiting to happen because you're walking to the door of almost saying it, and then you can't. It's a little bit of an overreaction, Keem. And this is why this whole disrespect angle with Kavos. I could see some of the other ones, maybe. I could see where maybe there are cases where you have a legitimate reason to be upset at people backstabbing. I don't see it with Kavos. I don't think there's enough there for end a relationship unless there's a reason to fear the growth.
Wait. Hold on, Dave. I mean, you don't really do anything that's like really unique, all right? And I know you said that news isn't. Listen, stop laughing. Just listen to what I'm saying, please.
Okay.
I know you said that news isn't unique, and it's not. I know you said that e-news isn't unique, and it's not. YouTuber entertainment news, which in my format and the type of stuff that I cover, right? The stories that I cover, those throughout the years have been basically the commentary community with their content, right? Mm-hmm. I break a story on DramaAlert, then there's commentary videos all over it. And sometimes it works backwards. Like Leon Lush, he broke a commentary or he had a commentary story on the Dead Kids, and then I covered on DramaAlert. So sometimes it works backwards.
Sure.
But for the most part, DramaAlert's been that hub that you were talking about, like the staple, and like this is what the whole community is going to be talking about. These are the topics, right? That my show's unique in that sense. And my show, there's only one fucking DramaAlert, right? So if I'm going to go to that audience and say, hey guys, I like this commentator, go support him, go sub to him, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm having a bunch of people go over there, and then that dude decides, oh, well, I'm going to compete with the guy that gave me the subs. If you don't see that as disrespectful, I feel like you're either biased or I don't know.
I'll tell you why. Because you've worked with other people who do the same thing you do. Ty Blue is a great example of that. And you fired him on multiple occasions. Don't really understand why.
Ty Blue was doing his news show before he ever worked on mine.
I understand that. But I mean, he was still doing the same thing. Well, no, it's not the same thing because he didn't create it. But I mean, you could have done the exact same thing with Kavos. Kavos could have been the heir apparent to DramaAlert if you wanted. He could have been that guy. You helped make him big enough.
Kavos did post one episode of DramaAlert, and he was just mean. Mm-hmm. He was fucking like literally unwatchable mean. And so if you noticed, I yelled at him when he covered for me like a while ago. I was like, dude, you can't do that, dude. You're just fucking mean. Like, it wasn't like, Kavos used to make commentary videos and be mean, and it used to be entertaining because he would be so fucking mean. Yeah. But like, ever since I yelled at him for that, he stopped that. And like, even on his new show, he's like, tries to be all laid back, like, oh, and he tries to defend people and just like, he's clearly trying to be more like my fucking show and not the Kavos that we see in the commentaries that are like, oh, he's a piece of shit. He's a bad person. He's a bad person. You know how Tommy used to make this meme about Kavos?
The bad person.
Yeah. We don't see that on his new show. We see something that's more like DramaAlert. And it's like, it's fine for you sitting there as a small YouTuber and seeing, you know, a much bigger YouTuber, myself, and then seeing a guy like in the middle, like Kavos, and say, well, what do you care, Keem? He's so much smaller than you. Like, let him do his own thing. Like, what are you scared
It's not
about?
even that. It's not even that.
It's not the scared. It's the disrespect.
But see, it's not even about the fear. It really is, because I see a situation here where it could have easily been, I understand that you say he sucked with the DramaAlert and all that stuff, and that's completely fine. But he was your friend. He was doing something similar to begin with. He could have easily learned to adapt and grow. He's still incredibly young, by the way, as well. This could have been the guy with the growth already in place that you could have gone forward with, is my point. You know, you didn't have to terminate this over a slight. You could have used it as a building and actually build him up to where you wanted him to be. If he was your friend, if you weren't worried about him doing the same thing as you, why not do what you've done with someone like Ty Blue and bring him into the fold?
Listen, I was a YouTuber for like 7 years or something. Like, I don't know how long it was, but I was a YouTuber for a while. 2013 is when, or no, I was a YouTuber for what, 4 years? 4 years before I met Kavos. And, you know, basically I had to teach him YouTube channel, and I had to give him a shout out and show him some things. You know, I had to show him more things, like, you know, when we became friends, and give him advice and give him tips, and like I had to do a lot to like help him out and, you know, teach him kind of the ropes and stuff. Because at the beginning, Kavos wasn't talking to a lot of YouTubers. He didn't know a lot of stuff. He needed help. And it's like, you know, you never want to stop teaching, right? So we've got to this point where he's disrespected me, and now I got to teach him, you don't fucking do that, you know? He's my son. He's my creation. I can't abandon him.
I want to point out one thing, though. The whole bad person thing and all that started because of moralizing. And that was my issue with Kavos for a long time. Moralizing, telling other people how to live and they're a bad person. It's the exact same thing that you hated on Alex for earlier on in the goddamn show. He stopped doing that. Kavos stopped doing that, and that was what you had a problem with. You wanted to go back to the thing that you're criticizing another YouTuber for, instead of growing with him and turning him into, you know, the heir apparent of DramaAlert, and he could have been that guy. But he did exactly you know what I'm saying here? I mean, like...
I completely lost your point. I don't know where you were going.
You criticized Alex for telling the internet how to live. That's what Kavos was doing when you brought him on board. He was that attack dog. The bad person meme is all about moralizing.
He wasn't.
That's exactly what the whole bad person meme is. Yes, bullshit. He was telling people they were wrong with the way they were doing stuff. Yeah.
Dave, listen. When I supported Kavos and told people to go sub to him and shit, out commentators that were getting shit wrong, and it was fucking good. It was entertaining, and he was roasting them, right? He wasn't doing the moral high ground bad person shit, right? That was after. When he was doing the bad person shit, when he was making videos on Logan Paul, oh, he's a bad person, that's the content that I didn't support from Kavos. That's the shit I wasn't co-signing.
I think there's a little bit of a fucking slip on the timeline, but I'm not going to fucking sit here and argue semantics with it. That's completely fine. But
did I tell people to go sub to Kavos when he was making bad person videos?
He was making bad person videos. He was doing that content then. That was happening. Maybe not to the extent that it was happening. That's who he was. That's what he started with. He's not doing it anymore.
He made a video on fucking Wild Spartans, and he made a video on ImAllexx, and I shouted him out.
Because you don't like them. And you've admitted this. He didn't have to get anything right. He was the attack dog that you wanted, that was useful at the time. Now, I'm not even saying that this is true. I can't look in your heart, Keem.
Those irresponsible idiots got fucking what they deserved. Kavos went in and fucking proved them wrong and fucking hammered them. But you got to understand, after the promotion, check out Kavos, go sub to Kavos. After that took place is when he started doing the bad person shit with Logan Paul and fucking Rice Gum and fucking KSI and everyone else. So the same thing that you were criticizing, you know, Kavos for, was the same thing I wasn't liking.
It was the same shtick. It was just, it wasn't a change in style or content. It was a change in purple. persons. The target was different. That's what you seem to not like. It was the target. It's not the fact that he was still doing the bad person, because he was.
Well,
he
that's
was,
not what I said. What are you going to put words in my mouth?
No, that's exactly what you just said. You named people that you didn't like, that you were okay with him doing the content on, that he was doing the bad person stuff. But when he changed and went to the people you don't want him doing on,
he wasn't saying that ImAllexx is a bad person. He wasn't saying Wild Spartans was a bad person. He was saying that they're idiots with misinformation and dumb and boring. He was not saying that about fucking Rice Gum, KSI, and fucking Logan Paul. He was saying they were bad people.
He went after him in the same way, in my opinion. It seemed like no difference to me. In my opinion, honestly. And look, here's the thing. You could say I'm being biased towards Kavos. Kavos and I have never gotten along. I'm calling it how I've seen it the whole time. Every time I've given my opinion on Kavos, I've said it the exact same way. I'm not being biased. I'm not trying to fuck you. I don't hate you as much as you think I do. I don't like the way you treat people, but that doesn't mean I don't respect what the fuck you do. And I give you credit where it's due. I think you're wrong here. And I think you're seeing things the way you want them to be because it's convenient at the time. And that's the criticism people have against you.
At least, even if I am wrong, at least I can afford to be wrong. Some people can.
You're right about that. And that dictates everything, the success, right? I mean, everything else is pass-offable. Doesn't matter if you're right, wrong, morally correct, or being awful to people as long as you're successful. That's the narrative? That's the story? That's the lesson? Keem?
I'm sorry. Was there a question?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's apparently not. But that's the lesson here. That's the overarching story of everything that you've been saying is the juice is worth the squeeze. As long as you're successful, everything else can fall by the wayside. If that's true, it flies in the face of your very own loyalty narrative you spewed earlier.
I mean, at the end of the day, let's say my channel is dead. Let's say everyone attacks me. Let's say, I go through the same thing that happened in 2016, but let's say it's worse. Let's say people actually don't want to fucking watch my content. Let's say they want to go fucking watch someone else, right? At the bare minimum, let's say fucking Kavos' show. Let's say it takes off and it's way bigger than mine, way better than mine. And people like Kavos better than Keem. At the end of the day, if that happens and I finally get destroyed, at least nobody left. I mean, if there's still hundreds of thousands of people, it's going to be hard to quit because, I got to be loyal to them. Right. But let's say there's nobody left. Oh my God, I can finally fucking retire.
Are you comparing yourself to Thanos? It feels like you're doing a Thanos shtick here, man. It's like
I'm not. I'm actually not.
I can finally take off the armor and watch the sunset. I'm sorry, man. That's fucking great. That is the most key answer you could have fucking gave, brother.
It's the truth.
Fair enough, I gotta go. Hey, look, all shit aside, man, I do appreciate you coming on. And if you ever want to come back and lower yourself to my standards again, I'd love to have you back because there's a million things I'd love to talk to you about. So this was my bucket list. This is one of my biggest interviews I wanted. So thank you for giving it to me.
See ya.
See you later. There you go. Keemstar, everybody. It happened. What do you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it everything that you possibly wanted and more? You know what? This is exactly what I was hoping. I'm so glad he came back. So for all of the fucking shit that we can say about Keemstar, I will say this. He came back. He didn't have to. We started out really bad, and you know what? I think we got one of the best interviews I've ever done on this channel. Hopefully you guys liked it. Share it around. Let everybody know because the 150 of you showed up, saw something really fucking special. Now let's see what we can do next because that's all we're going to keep doing is finding the next thing to do. Thank you guys for supporting me and thank you for helping making this happen. Love you guys to death. Have yourself a fantastic day and I'll be on Twitch a little bit later. Keep it copious, folks. And remember, as always, if you don't have talent, fuck everybody in the ass as long as you become successful in the end. Peace out, guys. Hit that outro, baby. Yes, that actually fucking just happened. I wasn't hard enough on him, was I? Fuck you, Tobes. Good night.